Hi, I'm Walter Zill. I'm demonstrating a veneer graft. I've already put a label so I know which variety I'm putting on this tree and the date when I'm putting it on. I've got my tape, and to begin with, the first cut that I do is to remove a piece of bark to expose the cambium where the growth takes place in the plant. Oh, that slid pretty good down there. And this is on the sort of the east or northeast side of the tree. That way it doesn't catch the hot afternoon sun and cook it in there. Now I'm going to cut this piece of scion to go in that place. Excuse me. For doing that, I use a grafting knife, which is very flat on one side and very sharp knife. It's clean blade. The term scion referring to that it carries all of the characteristics of the tree from which it was taken, including maturity, meaning that the seedling usually takes 7 to 10 years to fruit. But once a tree from seed has bloomed and fruited, you call that a mature tree. And when you take wood from it, like this scion is, all of that maturity carries with the scion, as well as the characteristics of that variety. So you kind of know what to expect. I'm removing a thin piece of this scion to make accessible, or shall I say, to expose the cambium parts of it to match up hopefully with the cambium that is exposed on this rootstock tree. I wrap it with a poly tape that is rather strong, so it can be stretched and pulled tight to hold the scion not only in place but also to pull it where it will keep it from dehydrating. Anyway, the object is to tie that scion tight against the exposed cambium of the rootstock, and it will stay that way for approximately 30 days before even being concerned if it's going to grow or not. Although sometimes in some conditions as short as 10 days I have seen evidence of callus forming at the base of the scion, and that is really a good sign, but don't do anything to unwrap it at that time yet. Let it stay there and grow together so that later, when it's time to start forcing it, it's had a good adhesion to the rootstock. One of the things that has come to my attention as people have told me their problems and how they were grafting trees, if you let the scion, if you cut the scion that's already begun to sprout and grow on out and put that on there, it will continue to grow out and use the energy that was in that scion before it's had a chance to adhere good to the rootstock, and then it dies real quick. It's better to use something that is more in its dormant stage and give it time to grow together before trying to force it to make its flush and go on up. Well, my label has already put the day's date on it, 7/16 of 2018, so we won't be tempted to open this up and do anything with it until 30 days have passed.